Alright, I just saw one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. And I'm not even joking. It was called Akeelah and the Bee. That's right. You heard me right. I swear, Ebert and Roper finally got it right. See it? Where's it at? Wait. There it is. Two of their thumbs went up for this movie. I guess both of them. Oh man, it was, wow. Like, I want to talk bad about it because there was so much funny stuff that happened, but I was seriously, like, into it and, like, cheering for the little girl to win, you know? It was inspirational. I mean, not to me. Like, I don't want to go spell prestidigitation right now. I mean, you know, it's not like that, but there's some inspirational stuff, you know? They had this message that most people aren't feared, or they don't fear, like, failing. They fear how successful they can be, like, because they can't measure it or some crap. I don't remember what it meant, but it was like people are scared of themselves more than they are of what they can't do. You know what I'm saying? I don't either. So next, the movie was about this little girl from Crenshaw in L.A. That's where it's at. It's she was in school, middle type, and she was really good with words. Her daddy was like real good, but he was a park ranger or something before he died. He died when she was 6, and she loved Scrabble. Like, Scrabble was her Nintendo, you know what I'm saying? And she played it a lot, and something came up about a spelling bee. The principal wanted to have the spelling bee so you get publicity for the school to get more money because they didn't have toy or stall doors on the toilets or something. And so kids were taking craps while people watched them and everything. It was horrible. Who wants that? So let's win the spelling bee so we can get those kids covered up. That's like porn. So anyways, Akeelah was scared. She knew she could win, but she didn't want to do it because it's kind of like, you know how kids are. Hey, that kid's real smart. Let's make fun of him because we're stupid, you know? And it was more so bad at her school. My grammar is so horrible. I don't know what I just said, but trust me, I know what I mean. And she won this spelling bee at her school because all the other kids are like whatever. And then she was at the end of it. She was spelling for Morpheus, for Lawrence Fishburne. She was spelling for him. He was in there watching, seeing if he really wanted to coach her to go to the nationals of the spelling bee. So he's watching her, and she's like, she won, and then she went off all these wimpy words like apple and worm and orange and crap. And so he's like spitting all these hard words, and she's just spelling them back. And she misses pulchritude. That's it. I don't know what it is, but she couldn't spell it. She left out a H. And then these two girls in the back of the room were like, ooh, she's so dumb. She ain't as smart as she thought. Can you spell uppercut? Bow! I'd have been fighting. UPPERCUT. What? Drop kick. I'd have whooped up on them. But they started laughing at her, and she ran off crying and went home. The whole school laughed because they're stupid. It was funny. And but she ended up going to the regionals at Beverly Hills, hooked up with this dude, homeboy Javier. This guy was like, oh man, he was cool. He was like this little Spanish kid, and he was like real goofy, and he wasn't that funny, but it was funny to watch him because I was laughing at him, not with him. And so the kid was like, hey, what's up? And he was trying to talk to Akeelah and stuff. They finished in this little spelling bee. She ended up, and then he went to this birthday party, or she went to his birthday party, and that was pretty cool. She ended up playing Scrabble against this dude named Daniel Chew, as in chewing gum, and he plays like the 3 people, like 4 people had there's 4 Scrabble boards, and there's 4 kids on this side, and Daniel was running the other side like a bartender or something. Like 30 seconds on each one, he'd have to make a word, run to the next one, and hit the timer. It was like speed Scrabble. I didn't know they did that, but Daniel Chew was the master. Or what is it? Dylan Chew, that's his name. And so yeah, she was like, it came down to it, and it was just him and Akeelah, and she like was just throwing down words that I don't even. If it's more than 4 letters, letters? How do you spell that? I don't even know. That's like 7 or 8 or 9 or something. I but she was killing him, and he ended up winning on a technicality. You know, he finished his last little word before she did with some word that I don't think's in the dictionary, but Javier counted it. Javier's the expert, whatever, and he took her points and he beat her by 2. And his dad's standing in the back. It's the dude from Rush Hour. So young, so young. He's standing in the back like grilling Dylan, because he's grilling Dylan, and he's like, "You have disgraced my family." No, he didn't say that. It would have been awesome though. You don't know how many times I said that through the whole movie. Every time I saw him, "You have disgraced my family," I was cracking up, man. But he scolded him like, "You can't beat this little black girl." I don't know what that has to do with it. Smarts are smart, right? But apparently he's disgracing his family. He's gonna pull out all his stops, racism, everything. So whatever. It ended up going on, and her mother was like mad that she was doing a spelling bee, which was stupid because her mother was stupid. And but she ended up seeing the light. Yada yada. She ended up going to the national spelling bee with Javier and Dylan, both of them. They all 3 went. They won the regional. It was the top 3. Those 3 won, and they got there to the nationals, and it's on ESPN. You know, it's like Fight Night or something, man. It's like the Super Bowl. They even have commercials that you can only buy. You know, it's like $8 million a second for the commercials, and you didn't know that? Yeah, and they're on this national thing. They're spelling words that I don't think exist, okay? I mean, they weren't really spelling. All they had to do was study a script. It wasn't like they were guessing what they know. They didn't have to study 8 million. It was actors, but whatever. I'm stupid. They did the spelling and stuff and came down to it. And I won't give away the end. I mean, I've already given away the rest of the movie, but I'm not giving away the end, even though you probably watch it anyways, this video, but whatever. It was awesome, and I almost, you know, I'm not a sentimental. Okay, I'm emotional. I put my emotions out there. If I'm feeling something, you're gonna know it. Sometimes, but like when I watch Pursuit of Happiness, I won't lie. That's the only movie I've ever cried at, and it was like a tear. And it stopped like right. It was dry before it hit my cheek, and CHEEK, and yeah, that was it. But anyways, I got kind of, you know, they welled up, but I was happy for Akeelah, man. You know, it was crazy. This girl was struggling, but whatever. Funniest part, well, first of all, this dude, there was one thing, he reminded me of myself. He was watching the TV, he was back in Crenshaw and they're doing the spelling, and they showed Dylan up there. They're like, Dylan is an expected favorite. And this guy's like, Akeelah, kick his butt. B-U-T-T. I thought that was hilarious. And then the funniest part, they're up there studying right the night before the national thing. And Dylan's like, him and his pops are like a hotel room down because they're studying too. And Akeelah goes, knocks on the door, brings a soda. Well, before that though, they're sitting there studying. It's Akeelah, Javier, and some other girl that her friend. She didn't really matter. They're studying, and Akeelah's like, we should go see if Dylan wants a soda pop or something. And Javier says, that turd juggler? That turd juggler? What? That was the funniest thing ever. I never heard turd juggler before. That turd juggler? Woo! I'm turning red, man. It's hot, man. It's funny. But whatever. I'm out of time. Watch Akeelah and the Bee. It's a thumb up. Yeah, I'm stealing it. What, Roper? Take that. I'm done. That's it. Word to your moms, I came to drop bombs.